to all. It's my great pleasure to welcome the resource person, IQAC coordinator, IQAC members, and today's participants to the final session of fourth day webinar on keeping the doors of higher education learning open. There is a reason behind the topic. Through we are in drastic technological world, still we could say that there is an unaware of the approach of higher education. Yeah, higher education allows you pursue a career that interests and inspires you. When you have the freedom to choose your career, you are more likely to enjoy it. Anyway, higher job satisfaction also comes from higher income also, better employment, benefits, and more advancement opportunities. But at this point, we have our resource person, Dr. Anthony Samson, Assistant Professor and Coordinator of PG Studies in Commerce, Government College of Women, Autonomous, Mandya, Karnataka. He has 23 years of teaching experience. He has completed MCOM with first class specialization in financial management from the University of Mysore in the year 1997. In the same, he has completed eligibility test also conducted by UGC for college teachers. And he has also presented 6 research papers at national level and also chaired 3 sessions at various conferences. And he also published 8 research articles in recognized journals. And Cyrus also did his research in area of human resource titled about the job satisfaction among the employees in technology enabled service industry in Bengaluru from the Mysore University. And he also presented the International Convention Conference organized by the INAAR. And also he delivered many guest lectures at various institutions in and around Mysore district. This introduction is just a layer of his resume. Still many things remains there. And he is also a good friend of mine. With this introduction, I handed over the session to the speaker. Sir.
Thank you, madam, for your wonderful introduction. Hope you had a fruitful 4-day sessions, I believe. Yes. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Oh. Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
Good morning to, yes, ma'am. Good morning to one and all. Respected Principal, Dr. Captain K.R. Jaikumar sir, IQSC Coordinator, Dr. N. Vijayanand, esteemed faculty members, beloved students, participants. My name is Anthony Samson, working as Assistant Professor and coordinating the PG program in Commerce in Government College for Women, Autonomous, Mandya. Once a disciple or a student wanted to know the greatest truth of life from his master. The student asked his master, if I should be happy every day, what should I do? The learned master, with a smile on his face, said to him, change. The student could not understand the change factor. Then the master told his student that the most and permanent thing in this world is change. Therefore, you must accept and adapt to change, which takes place from time to time in this world. Yes, friends, I am talking about the change that is COVID-19. Let me tell you, what is the problem? I believe all of us come across many problems in our life. Now there is a simple argument or a presentation related to a problem. What is a problem? Any problem in life which has a solution is not at all a problem. Let me repeat. Any problem in life which has a solution is not at all a problem. If a problem does not have a solution, then it is a situation which we must accept. Friends, I'm talking about a situation wherein we do not have solution. I believe everyone can understand what situation I'm talking about. Talking about the pandemic, which I am not want to tell the name once again. Am I audible? You can raise your hands. If I'm audible, you can raise your hands. I don't know how many of you see this current scenario as a learning opportunity. But my personal experience, the process of learning is becoming more interesting, more effective, and also as I'm a commerce teacher, I use the word cost efficient. In the earlier days, any program for that matter, if you want to join a program, we have to shell out so many hundreds and thousands of rupees for each program. But today, everything, almost everything comes free of cost with so much of efficiency. Prior to pandemic, that is prior to pandemic means before March, I used to believe that I knew many things. But post pandemic, I came to know that I do not know many things. Therefore, I would love to share from March, I have got exposed myself to many new things. I would like to name few things which I learned in this few months. The first one, namely, the Google Classroom. I believe as teachers, this is the most useful one. I did not explain the features. I did not explain the advantages. Prior to pandemic, I was not at all aware of Google Classroom. Many of you may be using this one, but I was not aware. Due to COVID-19, the doors have been opened. The new technologies, we are opening our eyes to the new thing. The next comes the LaTeX. I believe all researchers will be knowing about the LaTeX, but let me tell you sincerely, I completed my research in the year 2017, but till 2020, I was not at all aware of LaTeX. LaTeX, without LaTeX, it is impossible to think about research, and also writing research articles is so much difficult. But once you are exposed to LaTeX, it is so easy and so beautifully the paper comes out. Okay, one would love to see the articles using the LaTeX. And the next one is the Zoom. Friends, I believe today because of Zoom technology, all of us are connected. We are sharing our visual things, audio things, PPTs, and we are connected. And not only individuals are learning, let me assure you, the biggest company in the world, Google. Google was not at all aware of the Meet. Once the pandemic came and once the Zoom became most popular, then the Google started blinking their eyes and they advanced themselves and came out with a Google Meet with so many features. That means to tell whether you're grown up or still growing or adolescent, whatever it may be, it is a process of learning. We can learn. Okay. This pandemic has opened a new era of learning using the technology we are learning. The fourth one, and also I forgot to tell you, along with Google Meet, let us not forget to name our own dear one, GeoMeet. GeoMeet is also in action now. In the days to come, we may use GeoMeet as a medium of exchange of information. The fourth one to name, OBS. OBS, I believe all of you know, Open Broadcaster Software. It is a free software, open source for sharing the video recording and also for live streaming. It is, and the list goes on and on. These are the four important things which I would love to share with you before my presentation. Friends, it is just an introduction. It is just a tip of an iceberg which I'm sharing with your people. This is what exactly has happened within the span of 3 or 4 months. Okay, how effectively sitting at home using your technology. Okay, we have learned so many things. In my presentation, as the presentation goes ahead, I'll be talking in detail how exactly these things are going on you will come to know. So I believe you're following me. Am I a little bit fast or slow? Can you follow me? Amada madam, can you follow me? Amada madam, are you there? Can anyone hear me? Can you raise?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Okay, can I
Sir, you are
proceed?
audible, sir. Yes, sir. You can
Thank you,
proceed,
ma'am.
sir.
I will proceed. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Okay. Now, from here, my presentation starts. So, I once again formally welcome everyone for the national webinar on digital environment. Arun Pillai, Shetty, Ammal College, Tirupattur. The title of this presentation, as all of you know, keeping the doors of higher education open. Okay. Now, let us see the first slide. Now, the first slide, as we talk about the name itself tells, COVID-19 changed the rules of classroom teaching. Traditionally, all of us know once we are in a particular classroom, it should be like this only, like that only. But with the COVID-19, the classroom teaching itself has changed. Let me start with this presentation. As the pandemic prompts teachers to innovate and to adopt to online format, is this an end of traditional classroom teaching as we knew it? I don't know, friends. I don't know, friends, whether the traditional method will end and the modern method will take over. We don't know. Only the time has to tell whether the online teaching will take over the traditional teaching. As a teacher, as a strong believer of the fundamentals, I always support the traditional method, the classroom teaching, and we can tell that still there is time for this online teaching and all those things. Here is a story. In the year 2155, there's a story by Isaac Asimov's story. The fun they had set in the year 2155. This is a story of the kids, two kids. Two children stumble upon a real book. They hold a book. In that book, they have a relic. A relic means an old past one from the distance past they had never encountered before. They have not seen the book at all. Tom, the older one, informs the younger one, Maggie, that the book is about the school where human teachers, unlike mechanical teachers, the assumption is that in 2155, mechanical teachers will be there. They have at home educate children who have to assemble in a building every day. It is a story. In 2155, the condition will be like this, where robotic intelligence, or what we call today, we talk about artificial intelligence. I believe all of you know we are talking about artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence will replace the human beings and the robots or mechanical teachers will be there. And the kids will be reading a book where in the past teachers used to come, human beings used to come and teach. That is what exactly this slide speaks about. Now, this is the second slide, friends. This slide speaks about the problems which the teachers are facing due to online classes. Difficulties in multiple roles while teaching. Okay, I believe all of you know in offline mode in our classrooms, in a classroom, teacher is a king or a queen. She is a queen, he is a king. Whatever the things we want, we dictate, we handle our class effectively and efficiently as we like. But when it comes to online, are we is a big question mark. Only the time has to answer this question. The reality at teachers' end was stressful in other ways as well. From them, it was a workplace that was entering their homes. Now, there is a saying. There is a saying in a commerce language or a business language. There should be distance between two F's. keep distance between two F's. One is factory, another one is family. When you're working in factory, don't worry about family. When you're there in family, don't worry about factory. But now both the things are collided. COVID-19 has created a situation where factory and family are together. It coincides. When the things coincide, I believe you teachers, scholars, you will come to know, and also students as well. When you are at home, when the parents give you some work, the online class are going on, what exactly will be your answer? When the teachers are taking class, what exactly will be the answer of their parents? And so on, it goes on and on. Therefore, there should be distance between two F's, but unfortunately, the distance between two F's is a big problem today, where some of them have to grapple with domestic responsibilities and flattering internet connections. Yes, friends, I believe all of us do agree with me. We have domestic responsibilities as well. But once we enter the class, we do not think about domestic responsibilities. But when we are taking in online classes, I believe your experience will be there. Somebody from the kitchen will be asking for something. Somebody from bedroom will be asking for something, and somebody from somewhere will be asking for something. Okay, they will be asking so many things. It becomes so difficult. Many of our teachers, schools, colleges, for instance, live in joint families where they have to take care of their in-laws. I believe all of us agree with this. We have multiple responsibilities also which we have to do. Where they have to take care of their in-laws, says Sandeep Huda. Sandeep Huda, these are the information which I have gathered is from the research articles which I have taken from research article. This is Sandeep Huda is an author of an article. That's why his name has come. There are a Veda school in Gurgaon, Haryana. That's why they quote. Although most of them are teaching 3 to 4 hours every day online, the time needed to prepare these lessons are much longer than for offline. Yes, I believe you agree. When we go for offline teaching, the method of preparations are different. The body language is different. The presentation style is different. But when we come to the online, the dynamics of teaching differs differently, or it is totally different. We cannot tell. In the classroom situations, we are free to roam around, free to give instructions, and so many things. There is a liberty to make the gestures, to scold, okay, to correct, and many things. I cannot tell those things. There is a freedom offline, but when it comes to online, there is multiple tasks are there which have to be taken care of. I presume you can understand this is related to this particular slide. Now, this is what exactly is in many of the articles, the newspapers, etc., etc. You can see the caption "Education 2.0." 2.0 is the captions which see every day. In this slide, I will be talking about every teacher from KG class to PG class. They talk only one thing, that is online. That's it. They talk only one language, online. Prior to COVID, teachers were much relaxed and effective. But today, it's all about mental gymnastics. Mental gymnastic. But let me assure you, there are teachers who are enjoying it. Who are those? As I told that in my introduction, those persons who accept change, who adopt change, definitely they will enjoy. Therefore, teachers, young teachers, budding teachers, they have to enjoy and they have to embrace this technology, because in the years to come, this will be the order of day. Whether we accept or whether reject, the hard reality remains the same. Therefore, in this slide, we talk about the mental gymnastics and also we talk about embracing the technology. Education from March 2020, where exactly it's going, how exactly it's moving is the question. Just as the pandemic has changed the dynamics of learning for students, it has also impacted the method of teaching. Whether they are tech savvy or not, teachers have been shaken overnight and forced to upgrade their pedagogical and communicational tools. Friends, this one you agree with me. How many, for example, let me give the example of my own college, where majority of the teachers, maybe around 60% of the teachers, they are not tech savvy. Tech savvy means, see, all of us are well versed in using mobile phones and everything. But when it comes to using the technology, using the internet, and using the PowerPoint presentation, and using the Google Classrooms for presentation, nearly only maybe around 20 to 30% of the teachers know how to use it. But today, everybody, all 100% of teachers are forced to upgrade their knowledge. They are forced to use the technology. They are forced to use a proper communication skills. See, when we come to online, you are exposed. Once you are exposed, if you make mistakes, people mock at you. People laugh at you. But just because people laugh at you, you should not stop. You have to learn. Life is a process of learning. We have to change. That's what exactly, as Vattel once again is a research material, friends. Vattel puts it, in the initial days of lockdown, her team had to do mental gymnastics to figure out ways of humanizing the classroom experience online. Humanizing means, that is, humanly possible things, humanly approachable, humanly adoptable experience online. But radical as these new methods appears to the newly initiated, virtual tools can make teaching a richly rewarding experience. Friends, let me share my experience with you. From the day one, from the last 4 or 5 years, all my presentations I use through PowerPoint presentation. When we use PowerPoint presentation, what exactly happens is the sound, the mind, and the body concentrates on the figures rather than seeing an individual teacher's face. Many a times, students love to see the words, many of the pronunciation, many of the difficult words. When it is seen through eyes and listened through ears, the experience will be rich. This is what exactly this online teaching is doing. Online teaching is making teaching richly rewarding experience. Many of us are thrilled. Many of our teachers are thrilled learning online. I believe many of you accept with me, agree with me. Okay, many of the institutions which are conducting online courses, they are so much attractive, so much motivating, so much challenging. That is what exactly is online teaching is all about. Now, so this is what exactly one has to understand. This slide number 4, talks about coping the real situation. Friends, we have to adjust to the situation. Once we adjust to the situation, things become normal. So, yes, I do agree with you. Okay, in online, the informations are bundled. Informations are like mountain, but we have to understand and use it properly. So information, whatever the information we use, should go in. Many a times, this is what exactly is the hard reality. Let me share with you people. Many of us are seeing, many of our kids are attending online classes every day. What they do? Just they log in, they log in, they hide their video, they mute, and on the same instrument, whether it is a mobile or a laptop, what happens? They watch movies, they listen music, they chat with their friends. So this is the greatest challenge for the teacher. So we have to manage them. We have to manage them. We have to keep them occupied. This is the greatest challenge for the teacher. Challenge offline is to see that your students listen to you carefully in the class. On the online classes, all the same thing. See that, cross check whether they are present, whether they are alert. All these challenges are there. That's what exactly this slide speaks about. While technology can stimulate the experience of being in physical classroom. It's hard to replicate the newness, body language, looks, facial expressions that are the key effective classroom communication. This is what exactly we strongly propagate. We, the teachers, strongly propagate this one. We tell this one, or what online, all those things. Can it be just like a offline? Can we have a facial expression? Can we have a body language? Can we have an effective classroom communication? All these things are there. All these things are there, which we teachers propagate many a times. In a technological space, you are working in a silo. Silo is a word. Silo is nothing but is a bundle of information, friends. Silo is a word. SILO is a word where informations are bundled. See, when you are sharing your information in a Google Classroom, you can share PDF, you can share links, you can share YouTube materials. So the list goes on and on and on. In the technological world, in the technological space, the silo is the more informations are so heavy, okay? But one should know how to use it sensibly. Wattle says, it's not enough to simply put up a video. This is what exactly many of us do. Just put a video and ask the students to watch. Doesn't happen, doesn't work out like that. Okay, there should be a cross verification, there should be a cross interpretation, there should be analysis, there should be interpretation, there should be questions, there should be quizzes. So all these things are there. And very important, friends, for teachers, you have to actively teach, socialize with students. This is what exactly students expect. If we bridge a gap, okay, then things become very difficult. We have to socialize with them. We should be friendly with them. Even online, we have to smile at them. We have to ask questions at them. We have to interact with them. This is what exactly can make online teaching experience much useful. Allow them to talk about what they are feeling. Many a times what we do is we go on single-sided. It is one side. We don't allow the other person to speak at all. We go dashing. Okay, we don't allow others to share their views. This is the biggest problem with many of us. As a teachers, I believe all of you agree with me. As teachers, we many a times we only speak and we only speak always. Therefore, the success mantra of online learning, according to me, is allow the students to express in the online classes. That's what exactly this slide speaks about. Next one, this slide speaks about versatility, about the teacher, and also how today's parents are also learning new things along with their kiddos, with their kids. See, not only students are learning today, but even the parents are learning. I've seen in our many friends' families where parents sit with their kids, listen to them, and they also learn many new things. This is what exactly is an open door for all of us. Let me start with this. Yet by using technology effectively, teachers can also open up new horizons. They can create cluster classroom. Cluster classroom. Friends, what is this cluster classroom? Let me tell you. I believe many of you are using, I believe. You have a Google Classroom for a BCom class or an MCom class. You are a teacher one. You can add your teacher's friends who are also interested, sharing their expertise, sharing their ideas to this class virtually. Physically, they may not come, virtually, they can give their insights. They can also be a participant. This is what exactly is cluster. Adding teachers with limited numbers of students for better communication. I believe all of us know the communication is key for success, and also students are less only, not more, less only. Communication also becomes easy. Teaching can also become more interdisciplinary. Interdisciplinary learning is very important. For example, as a commerce teacher, I want to learn something related to electronics, something related to physics, something related to history. Even this can be done through sharing the Google Classrooms. For example, a lesson on electricity, for instance, need not only be confined to physics and mathematics, but can also encompass geography, social science, economics, and so on. So many parents have told us that they too have learned much while sitting in their children classes Wattle labs. Wattle is the researcher who they have done a research on this pandemic period. They are the researchers because they have the authority. They have done the research. Their material I have borrowed. I am presenting it. I will give the resources list also from where exactly I have taken. It is not my original resource. It is a research papers which are being published. I will share with you at the end. This slide speaks about research experience by Huda. He speaks about using depth of knowledge. The word DOK. I believe I'm using the cursor. I believe you can see all of you. DOK, depth of knowledge. How to use the depth of knowledge. One of the aims of teaching is to forge connections between various fields of knowledge. Educationists use different levels of depth of knowledge to access and measure the success of teaching program. Friends, normally, when we start our presentation, anything, we talk about the basics. DOK1 and DOK2 are mostly content based. They're just giving the content based in the initial classes. In the initial classes, they give content based. It's what you can do with what you know, what you can do with what you have. Uda explains in the last 10 years, many schools are trying to migrate to DOK. This is what exactly. When the students at the 11th or 12th level, when they don't perform well in their in their competitive exams, whether there it is a NEET or any other competitive exam, when they don't perform well, obviously the question raised is what exactly is. They tell it is what do you call? They are not a basics. They are something related to application level. So DOK3 and DOK4, where students are encouraged to apply their knowledge to solve real world problems. This is what exactly we have to understand, the real world problem. The online, according to me, many online courses are helping out to solve the real world problem today. The challenges before school in the age of coronavirus is to figure out the way of delivering higher DOK levels while using distance learning models. That's what exactly. Just because of pandemic, we should not be scared and sitting in a corner. Time is a healer. Time changes everything. We have to wait for the time. When the time comes, everything changes. Therefore, through this difficulty times, young students, okay, you learn new things and utilize this particular time for a productive purpose, productive learning. There is always a scope for betterment, which we have to understand. This is what exactly this research, this slide speaks about. DOK, that is DOK 1 and 2, they are content based, just they give a basic input, whereas DOK 3 and DOK 4 speaks about higher level, which tells us how to apply what we have learned. The application is very important. That can be taught easily. For example, let me give a, many of you may laugh at me. Okay, DOK 3 and 4 is what exactly is. For example, you want to cook something now, you need not ask anyone. There is DOK 3 and DOK 4. That is none other than your YouTube. That is the application. They don't only give the ingredients, they also show you how to do it. That is the power of online. So everybody is using your YouTube, your social medias. Along with that, today we have to use this technology for learning new modules for betterment, to enhance our knowledge. This is what exactly this slide speaks about. And I believe all of you agree with this patchy connectivity. All of a sudden, I believe today we are not being disturbed. Any program for that matter, immediately the host link will be cut. The speaker's link will be cut, or the audio won't be clear. This is true whether you are in rural area or urban area. You cannot tell in urban area the connectivity is really good. In rural area it is not good. We cannot tell. Okay, it is everything related to the connectivity. In our country, still we have to travel many miles to see that the connectivity improves. That's what exactly this slide speaks about. In this slide, Gupta, once again, it is a research information given by Gupta. He speaks about the hard realities of Indian families. Friends, let us accept the hard realities of Indian family. Okay, we need not exaggerate things. Reality is reality. What is that reality? I'll be talking in this particular slide related to the reality of our Indian conditions. While online education can elevate levels of learning, my students now participating in webinars when those from schools across India, says Gupta. The medium isn't free of logistic, psychological challenges. The question of access, for one, looms large over online teaching. Let me give the example, friends. Today, many of the institutions from Delhi, they are conducting so many useful programs, online methods in one. SPSS for social science packages for BCom students, Tally package for BCom students, online, hands-on experience. Many institutions they are conducting. Where earlier in a rural area and many of the colleges where we did not have the facilities to teach SPSS or Tally, because for various reasons, maybe due to technology or faculty not in the position to teach, all these things are being cornered down today. Only thing is that if you have the will, if you have the desire to grow and to learn, you can. That's what exactly COVID-19 has shown us. If you are interested to learn, you can learn. And I believe many of the students and many of the faculties have bundled their certificates like anything. So many certificates they have collected and so many things they have. Somebody is, Aditya Kamara sir has raised the hand, sir. Aditya Kamara sir raised the hand, sir.
So no issues, sir. They have done it mistakenly.
Okay, ma'am. Is it going on well, ma'am?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please
Okay, ma'am.
continue.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Okay. So those schools from across, say, Gupta, medium isn't free of logistic and psychological challenges. The question of access for one looms large over online teaching. Even in the urban centers, internet connectivity can be patchy. Not this is what exactly is the thing which we have to understand, friends. Not all homes have multiple internet connections or a laptop or a phone to spare, which can be used exclusively or uninterruptedly by a school going child. The problem becomes magnified if there are several school going children in a family. Let me give an example of my own. Today I am using a laptop which belongs to my son. Now he has given the laptop for me where he has shifted to some other mode. He is using a smartphone, but I am using it. But in the same situation, if I have another two persons in my home who have classes, online classes, what will be the situation? Can we ask all the Indian families to have a laptop? Can you have a spare phone? Phones you cannot share. When somebody takes only, we require the most urgently. So there are so many challenges are there for online classes also. This is what exactly in this slide we speak. That is the hard reality of Indian family. Once again, friends, it is a research base given by the Gupta. This is, friends, 2 days back, MHRD has come out with a report. I believe all of you are aware of. That is, up to 7th standard, you cannot have 2 sessions or more. From 8th to 12th standard, not 4 sessions, more than 4 sessions you cannot have. Why? What is the reason? The reason is simple, friends. This is the thing. Qualities of screen time. Qualities of the screen time. If you are looking at the screen, what exactly will be the impact on your body? What are the problems, related problems we may come across? All these things are spoken about. See, many of the persons who are technological savvy, they end up with many issues, many problems. That is, we have seen, we have heard. That's what exactly it tells. You please see the word, how exactly it goes about. Screen time, measure and moderate its use. Measure and moderate use. When the kids are using, somebody should be there to moderate it. Instead of condemning it outrightly, online teaching, online learning is useless. We cannot outrightly condemn it. We should not, says Battle. We need to develop a creating understanding of screen time, because if we use mindlessly, it can bring on depression, anxiety, lead to cyberbullying, and disturb the sleep cycle. Try to understand, friends. This is what exactly is happening today. Many of us are without our knowledge. The amount of cell phones which we use mindlessly. Are we allocating the time? How much time I should use the cell phone? Don't know. Okay. If you use mindlessly, it relates to depression. It relates to anxiety. Anxiety is nothing but, for example, let me give an anxiety. What is this anxiety among the grown-ups, elders, whatever it may be? So take the example. We have seen WhatsApp now. After another 2 or 3 minutes, once again we see the WhatsApp, what exactly has come. Nothing will be there, but even there is anxiety. And also leading to cyberbullying. Cyberbullying means once you enter into the field of cyber, there are so many distractive things. So many distractive things. Now today, if you see, watch carefully the youngsters, late nights, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, they will be in their own world using the internet. This will have a bad impact on their sleep cycle. I believe all of us know to be healthy, at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep, which is must, which is not there for our kids many a times. Online classes, Rattle ads have made our team not only better teachers capable of holding their students' attention outside the conventional setup, but also made compassionate human beings alert to emotional needs of their students. This is what exactly is the words, friends. Compassionate human beings. See, when we are in a particular facilities, when we are well placed, we forget compassion. Compassionate doesn't come. See, when we use technology, when we upgrade ourselves, the component or the percentage of compassionate things get lesser and lesser. We become lesser human. When we go towards technology, human beings become mechanical. Therefore, we should be cautious. We should alert emotional needs of the students. There is no fear of mechanical teachers replacing human ones, as Osmovi predicts. Osmovi is the greatest predictor. He tells you nothing can replace human beings. No machine can replace human beings. Human beings are far superior than. That's what exactly he tells. So the growing popularity of online learning classes during COVID-19 pandemic. The coronavirus pandemic has locked the doors. Please listen carefully, friends. Locked the doors for markets, factories, offices, schools, and universities in India. And people are forced to stay inside their homes. But in this extended lockdown, India witnessing a positive trend as e-learning platforms. This is what exactly I believe you can see the cursor. The e-learning platforms have opened up hundreds of windows of learnings, not tens, but hundreds of windows are opened for learning. So those persons who are desirous, not only kids, grown-ups, elderly persons. I will be talking about the various fields in the coming slides. So it has opened the doors for learners. If you are passionate of learning, the doors are quite wide and open. Now, this is what exactly is, friends, I was talking about in the previous time. Massive rise in demand for online courses. There is a lot of demand for online courses after COVID-19. There is a massive upspring, whether it is academicians or any field for that matter, they want to upskill. Massive upspring, a spurge in the traffic of online learning platform as more and more Indians of all age groups want to engage in meaningful learning. Students of class 12 and university level are more inclined towards academic courses, whereas working professionals want to utilize their time to enhance knowledge, acquire new skills, or reskill, upskill themselves. This is what exactly we, the teachers, are doing. We are learning new skills, reskilling, and upskilling what we know. This is what exactly we are doing today, this using platforms. Friends, these are the EduTech platforms for young learners. From here, the actual presentation starts. Whatever things I told was related to online. From here, the real work starts for us. There is a long list of companies offering online courses to students fulfilling their various needs from personalized classroom teaching to preparing for competitive exams. Here is a list of 10 randomly selected edutech companies that can be useful for young learners looking to fill up the gap created by closing down of the educational institution. During this lockdown, during this pandemic situation, we have a list of online educational institutions. You can see over here. I will just read it for you. Byju's, Henry Hammonds, Olive Board, Udin, Crosta, Unacademia, IGNO. I have highlighted IGNO. I believe all of us can support this one. It is a government-run institution, IGNO, GuruQ, Vedantu, and Topper. These are the educational institutions who are offering the courses during this difficulty time. Now you can see 10 online platforms for professionals, teachers, learners. Okay, for us, we have this one. We can see amidst of self-isolation and work from home scenario, professionals are grabbing this rare opportunity to utilize their time to enhance knowledge as they want to stay relevant in future. This is what exactly, friends. See, enhancing knowledge for what? To stay relevant. Everybody wants to be relevant. We don't want to be relevant. If you want to be relevant, we have to learn, friends. We have to learn. We have to enhance our knowledge, or else we will become irrelevant. We will become irrelevant. If you want to be relevant, okay. If you want to be future oriented, we have to upgrade ourselves, learn new things. 10 randomly selected digital platforms are here. You can see over here, LinkedIn Learning, Upgrade, Henry Harvin, LinkedIn Learning, Udacity, Treehouse, LinkedIn, UX Reactor, EduX, Future Learn. These are the 10 platform sites which are very useful for us. I believe many of you are LinkedIn is there, LinkedIn accounts are there, wherein we are sharing our thoughts, we are sharing our information, I believe. And also, when you go for your MOOC courses, EduX is very, very useful. Many institutions where they are using TLCs. TLCs are, they use EduX. Through EduX only, they will be going for their presentations. Now, online courses deal with what? Here comes, you can see over here. It is not only educational professional courses that are seeing an upspring in the traffic courses relating. They are relating to health, hygiene, meditation, wellness. Friends, this is wellness. You can see many of us talk about wellness today. Wellness is very, very important. Related to wellness, we have a many number of sites and programs and also hobbies, etc. They are also of great demand as people cannot go out and have enough time in hand. If the research data is to be believed, the online learning sites are seeing huge spike in searches for all kind of courses. Courses can be positivity and sense of satisfaction in bringing in this uncertain times. Positivity and sense of satisfaction. See, once we complete a webinar program, once we complete a certificate program, you will be so happy that, oh, I completed. You will be sharing the certificate with your friends. You will be posting in your WhatsApp groups. It is a sense of positivity, sense of happiness in these difficult times. That's what exactly they are talking. And also the flexibility and convenience offered by digital platforms is being loved by the learners at large. See, for friends, I am sitting somewhere in Karnataka, you are sitting somewhere in the corner of the world, we are all connected. This is the convenience. See, as a teachers, you know, today let me tell you, Amita madam is there. I and Amita madam met for a refresher program in Hyderabad. We were in Hyderabad for participants from all around the country. We were forced to go to Hyderabad, leaving our families for 15 days. We were there. But it will be a dream henceforth. Henceforth, it will be a dream. Everything will be online, sitting at our home place. Okay, we will be staying with our family and we will be doing the work efficiently. This is the plus or this is the positivity of digital learning. Digital learning is what exactly the CEO of Henry Herman tells. To keep up the high and varied demand from the learners, the online company the human resources, the online learning has finally come of ages prone work, and these are the times. There's online learning and upskilling. Now you see, let me give the example of Google Meet or Zoom Meet. How much upgrading they are doing? Why? Because there is a demand. Once you come to know there is a demand, they will upgrade. That is what exactly they talk about. With the increasing number of states, provinces, and even the whole countries are closing down the institutions, the learning response of the COVID-19 pandemic, almost 70% of the world's students are not attending the schools. UNESCO's report 2020, UNESCO's report, that's what exactly it tells. Now, this is what exactly I'll be sharing in the next slides that is related to COL. I'll be coming across COL. Friends, COL means Commonwealth of Learning University. I'm sharing this one. Commonwealth of Learning University stands ready to share its expertise and resources to enable stakeholders to keep the doors of learning open to all. That's very important. We keep gone are the days where pick and choose. The doors are open to everyone. That's why it is called as open source, open line, everything. That's the thing which we have to understand. Friends, this is the COL. This unprecedented times, ODL, open distance learning, can support learning in non-formal, informal sector as well as formal education sector. Below is curated list of resources for policymakers, schools, colleges, administrators, teachers, parents, learners that will assist the students' learning during the closure of educational institution. Most of these are available as open education resources with different licensing. The specific license conditions for reuse or remix contained in the links. Friends, I won't be talking about all these things, learning resources, school level DVT, COL resources, and related to the policy and all those things. In the coming slides, I will be talking about this particular thing, C, that is OER and MOOCs, which are very, very important for us. OER and MOOCs, about that particular thing I'll be talking. I won't be talking about quality assurance. I won't be talking about technology and tools. There is a list of things which are there, which are visible on the screen. I will not read all the things, but I will talk about our Indian, that is NPTEL, National Program and Technology Enhanced Learning. It is a MHRD program for science and technology, engineering and mathematics, where they provide humpty number of online courses. And as teachers, one should not forget this SWIME portal. SWIME portal is an initiative of government where will be offered all online program for students, school level students, college level students, and also teachers. And I would love to share with you, and I also know many of us who are listening also have completed their refresher program under SWIME, namely ARPIT. So this is the list of courses which are there around in and around the world for online courses. As I promised you, I'll be speaking about your OER and MOOCs. Here comes, you can see over here how exactly OER stewards are the persons who help. The OER stewards at the center of this particular chart. They contribute, they attribute, they release, they empower the listeners. This is what exactly one has to understand. Open education resources. Friends, OER is nothing but open educational resources which are freely accessible, openly licensed text media and other digital assets that are useful for teaching, learning, and assessing as well as for research purpose. There are humpty number of OERs wherein you can openly get it licensed, your documents, everything you can get it licensed, and it will help many of the users. The Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development defines OER as digitized material offered freely and openly for educators, students, and self-learners to use, reuse, teaching, learning, and research. OER includes learning contents, software tools to develop, use, and distribute contents, and implementation of resources such as open license. So here are the advantages. I will just rush through because of the time factor. Number one is expanded access. Anybody can access. Ability, you can change, you can alter the material. Enhancement, of course, yes, you can enhance the course, you enlarge the course, you can put the insights, videos, everything. Rapid dismantlation means you can dismantlation of information. You can transfer the information at the ease, at the ease, at the ease without any problem. And also cost saving for students. Students did not shell out the money on this particular thing. The next part is the related to the disadvantages. Reliability. Whatever the persons who prepare, they only should assure the reliability of that particular information, the biggest problem. And also there is an issue related to copyright. And the next one is related to your technological issues, which are there, your slow internet connectivity, software things, all the issues are there. The next one, the last part, I'm coming to the last part, that is your MOOCs. As we know, massive open online courses is an open online courses wherein you have web information, film lectures, readings, and problem set of many things. MOOCs provides you interactive course with usual forums, social media's discussion to support community interaction among the students, professors, teaching assistants, as well as immediate feedback and quick quizzes and assignments, which are very interesting. This one, this feedback and quick quizzes and assignments are, which are very interesting, which makes you learn. MOOCs are recent and widely research development in the distance education. First introduced in 2008 and emerged as popular mode in 2012. But let me tell you, in 2019-20, it will become much more popular due to this pandemic. MOOCs are widely accepted. Larger disruptive innovations are taking place in higher education. In particular, many services are offered and also unbundled sold to the students also. These services includes research, curriculum design, content generation, textbooks, teaching, assessment, granting degrees, and it goes on and on. So 6 barriers, 6 problems of MOOCs. Relying on the contents is the thing. There can be chaotic learning environment. Digital literacy is important. You have to know digital literacy, then only you can go ahead. And time and efforts required by the participants. They have to put in solid efforts. Then only they can cope up. Once the course is released, content will be reshaped and reinterpreted by the massive student body, making the courses trajectory difficult for instructor to control. Sometimes it happens, it goes out of your hand. Participants must be self-regulated. Yes, this is very important. Regulation is impossible in case of your MOOCs. And language barrier is also always there. It is always there. If there is a problem of language, it becomes a difficulty. Okay, here comes, friends. I end up my presentation. Here comes the references. Okay, the first is Alignment newspaper. The second one is COL information. And the next one is from Financial Express. And finally, I've taken a lot of information from Wikipedia as well. Hope, I believe I've gone through some of the important aspects, which I presume which are important according to me. How much the session was useful, only you can tell. Now I'm ready to take some questions. If I'm in the position to answer, I will definitely answer. If I'm not in the position to answer, I will accept the apologies. Now, it is the forum is open for questions as well. Amada, madam?
Sir, some of the participants asked questions, sir.
Yes, yeah. I'm ready.
Sridevi ma'am will explain you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sure.
John Paul, sir. Please start your question, sir. John Paul, sir.
Yes, madam.
Jampal sir, you can go ahead,
Yes,
sir.
madam. Sir.
Solung sir. You please go ahead.
So only one question we have received in YouTube chat box.
Tell me, sir.
What about parents who cannot afford to such e-learning mode? What must be done to bridge the gap?
Yes, sir. That's what exactly in my presentation I told, the hard reality of Indian condition. That was the presentation. There are some hard realities of Indian condition. Yes, sir. I teach in a PG college wherein many students, they don't have smartphones, sir. They don't have smartphones.
Yes, sir.
The only thing is that they have to have at least their friends. They have to have at least their friends who can share. Somebody nearby neighbors or somebody with whom they have to share and they have to learn. That is the only option they have. There is no other option. And I presume that, and I know, and you too agree with me, there are so many government schemes which are providing free laptops and all those things are there today. Johnson sir, do you agree with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There are so many schemes which the government provides laptops and all those things. And they have to search for some other alternatives who don't have laptops. They have to share with their friends who have the system or other things. Is it okay, Johnson, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Johnson, sir.
Madam, you go ahead, madam. Sridevi, madam, you can ask questions.
Yeah, I'm open, ma'am. Sridevi, ma'am, you can go ahead.
Yeah, 1 minute, sir.
Yes, no issues, ma'am.
Sir, there's a question from Satish Doke. Is it possible to teach online practical subject link accounts?
Yeah, definitely is possible. Definitely is possible. We have a whiteboard concept in this particular thing, ma'am. In Google itself, sorry, not Google, in Zoom itself, you have a whiteboard. Okay. You have a whiteboard wherein you can use the marker and you can explain the problems also. You can write and you can explain the problem also. There is a whiteboard. Okay, a whiteboard is there. That whiteboard can be shared just like how exactly I'm sharing the PPT. A whiteboard will be there. On that you can write and you can show and you can explain now.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. There's a question from Kadireshan Duraraj. Could you please comment on the hierarchy among the three components, teacher, learner, and the content in an online education program?
Okay, ma'am. See, the thing is that once you go for what do you call a content, once you prepare your own content, for example, under MOOCs, for example, I was talking about your EduX. Once you prepare a content as a teacher, you prepare the content. Okay, teacher comes, content comes, the next the student. So once the teacher knows what the content is, then he can go to the student. So the teacher should be at the topmost position. You should digest everything. What are the things which are there in the content? You should digest. Therefore, according to me, the teacher comes first, then the content, then the student, then the students or the learner. The learner will be at the end bottom. And once the learner learns initially few things, he may overtake the teacher also, ma'am. He can overtake or he can surpass the teacher also through fast learning and learning more things. That is also possible. Therefore, teacher, content, and the learning, ma'am. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
So there's a question from Pasupalati Paparao. In India, especially in rural areas, how can we go through the online education?
Yes, I will answer that question, ma'am. There is, as I told you, that there was one slide star. I spoke about patch connectivity. See, the patch connectivity wherein I spoke about. See, I don't want to talk about any bureaucratics or the system, government system. See, the government is trying very hard at panchayat level, taluk level, and hobli level. At various levels, they are trying to increase the speed, connectivity. And let me assure you, sir, in the years to come, even Geo has taken up an initiative. Geo, along with Google, they have tied up together and they want to see that they will have internet connectivity in all the villages. In all the villages in India, okay, they want to have a broadband connection. That is the promise which the government is making. Let us wait and see, sir, how the things will come. The government end, they are doing their best, but the hard reality, we have to wait and see how exactly it works.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we have a question from Wilson Basker. Can you show me slide 9 containing Udemy and Coursera, etc.?
1 second, 1 second. 9th slide, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
1 second, I will come. This one? Is this one? Patchy connectivity, 1 second.
9th slide.
Yes, yes, yes. Can you see? Is this one?
Yes.
Asking, ma'am?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Byju's, Coursera, Unacademy, IGNO, GuruQ, Vedantu, Toppers. Is it visible, ma'am?
Yeah, yes, sir. It's visible, sir.
Is it okay now?
Yeah.
Can you
Yes,
see?
yes, sir.
Byju's and Miss. Anything else, ma'am?
Almost all the queries has been answered, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Oh. Anything else, ma'am?
Over, sir. It's over, sir. Questions all.
Okay. My heartfelt thanks to the whole team. Special thanks to my friend Amuda madam. Because of her, I've delivered this particular thing. And I thank principal, faculty members, and all the staff members for providing the opportunity. I hope it was useful. If there was any drawbacks or anything as such, please forgive me. It is a process of learning. I'm a learner. Okay, it's a process of learning. Thank you very much for this opportunity. God bless everyone.
Madam.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Vote of thanks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Finally, we have come to the end of this 4 days national webinar. I feel honored in proposing vote of thanks on behalf of my IQAC team. We, Aramuham Pillai Sidiyamal College, strongly believes that the process of learning should never stop. So with this wonderful spirit in mind, we organized this 4 days national webinar on digital environment. This webinar has enabled all the learned participants to have an enhanced knowledge in the digital field. All the speakers were erudite and it was an enriching experience to listen to them. At the outset, I express my deep sense of gratitude to our Honorable Secretary and our beloved Principal who has been the driving force in all our endeavors. My heartfelt thanks to our speaker, Dr. Anthony Samson, Assistant Professor of Commerce from Karnataka. It was truly a great session with wonderful insights. You started with a beautiful story. It was really nice to hear. And we have gained knowledge on different aspects like cluster classroom, dock levels, patchy connectivity, COL, ODL, OER, and moves. Thank you for giving us so much online aspects. Your presentation was really candid. Thank you, sir. And now coming to the participants, we thank you for your cooperation and earnest interest in this webinar. We hope you have acquired the knowledge on the different tools in the digital learning, which would ease your teaching learning process. And the questions you have raised is also very much interesting and very interactive too. Thank you, dear participants. And special thanks to my IQAC team members for working with full vigor and enthusiasm. So thank you, Dr. Vijayanand sir and team. I would also like to thank Dr. Anandakrishnan sir, Assistant Professor of Information Technology, for the technical support rendered by him. Thank you, sir. Let us also thank the digital technology for converting the challenges into opportunity in this pandemic situation. Finally, Let us be thankful to the Almighty to shower His blessings on all of us to carry out our future endeavors fruitfully. Once again, I thank each and everyone in this webinar, and let us stay connected in the future events too. Thank you all.